Shalom, this is Kenesia Messenger, bringing you Bible lesson with the title Israel and Gentile Times.
The Lion of Judah, he has prevailed to open the scroll. The Lamb that was slain, he has redeemed us from every tribe, people, and blessing and honor and glory and power be unto the Lamb on the throne. All power and riches, all wisdom and strength belong to Him forevermore, forevermore. Thousands singing a new song to the one who sits on the throne. Then every creature in heaven and earth sang praise to the one who reigns forevermore. Blessing and honor and glory and power be unto the Lamb on the throne. All power and riches in heaven and earth belong to Him forevermore, forevermore.
Welcome and stay tuned. The scripture reading is from Luke 21, verse 24 through 38. It says, "And they will fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive in all nations, and Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentiles until the times of the Gentile are fulfilled. And there will be sign in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth. For the power of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Now, when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your hands, because your redemptions draw near. Then He spoke to them a parable. Look at the fig tree and all the trees. When they are already budding, you see and know for yourself that summer is now near. So you also, when you see these things happening, know that the kingdom of Elohim is near. Assuredly, I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will by no means pass away. But take heed to yourself, lest your heart be weighed down with carousing, drunkenness, and cares of this life, and that day come on you unexpectedly. For it will come as a snare on all those who dwell on the face of the earth. Watch therefore, and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Memory verse from Luke 21 verse 36, and it says, Watch therefore, and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Watch therefore, and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass, and stand before the Son of Man. Yahshua said that Israelis will fall by the edge of the sword, and they will be led away captive in all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentile until the time of Gentile are fulfilled. Yahshua was speaking this aloud 30 CE. And after about 40 years, Israel fall by the edge of the sword, and many were led away to captive, and Jerusalem was trampled by Gentiles. But later, Israel were able to sojourn in Israel. But later on, about 620s, Jerusalem also was invaded, and they fall by the edge of sword, and they were led to captive in all nations. And this was done by Muhammadan. The first one had been done by Roman General Titus on 70 AD, and this of 620 AD was done by Muhammadan. At this time, they managed also to elect their magnificent temple on the Holy Land, on the holy place. So Israel from that time stayed for many years in four corners of the earth. So the city of Jerusalem remained trampled by Gentiles for a long period of time. Messiah was talking about Gentile times, and Gentile was to trample upon the holy city until their times were fulfilled. We can speculate that the Gentile times was to end after a particular long period of time, until when we are seeing the establishment of the Israel nation again. And we know that the establishment of Israel nations happened in 1948 when they become a nation. Question number 1. What did the Lord Yahshua say concerning the tribulation of the Jewish people and the period of their dispersion? What did the Lord Yahshua say concerning the tribulation of the Jewish people and the period of their dispersion? Answer will come from Luke 21 verse 24, and it says, "And they will fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive in all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentile until the time of Gentile are fulfilled." So we find that Yeshua was saying that people of Israel will fall by the edge of the sword, and they will be led away captive in all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentile until the times of Gentile are fulfilled. Yeshua was speaking here in Jerusalem in the year allowed 30 AD. And 40 years later, in 70 AD, Jerusalem was captured. All was invaded by General Titus from Rome. And the children of Holy Land fall by edge of the sword. But we find later on they managed. Many of them came back and reside in Holy Land and in Jerusalem. But later in 620s AD, Muhammad invaded the Holy Land and captured the holy city. And this resulted to them erecting magnificent temple on the holy place where 2 temples had stood previously. Question number 2. As Gentile times are coming to an end, what condition will be prevailing on the earth? As Gentile times are coming at an end, what conditions will prevail on the earth? In verse 25 and 26, it is said, "And there will be sign in the sun, in the moon, and in the star, and on the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth, for power of heaven will be shaken." So when the times of Gentiles are coming to the end, we find that the conditions that are prevailing on the earth is that there will be distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea waves rolling, men hearts failing them, the fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth. Note: Gentile times did not begin in one certain day or even in a certain year, but over a period of time, as Israel gradually lost interest and drifted in the unbelief. The Gentiles gradually become interested. Today, this is happening in believers. Gentiles are rapidly turning away from the Lord, and Israel becoming interested. So Gentile times did not begin in one certain day or even a certain year, but over a period of time, as Israel gradually lost interest and drifted in unbelief. The Gentiles gradually become interested, and today this is happening in believers. Gentiles are rapidly turning away from the Lord, and Israel are becoming interested. Question number 3. How long was Jerusalem to be trodden down by Gentiles? The answer is coming from the Luke 21 verse 24, and it says, "And they will fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive in all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentiles until the times of Gentiles are fulfilled." So we are asked, how long was Jerusalem to be trodden down by the Gentiles? And the answer is telling us that, and they will be led in captive, and Jerusalem will be trodden by Gentiles until the times of Gentiles are fulfilled. So, the times that when the Mohammedans captured Jerusalem in the year 620 AD, to the time that we are presently in, when the Jerusalem was established, we find that there is a long period of years. Question number 4. How long was the period of blindness to remain over Israel and the Jewish people? How long was the period of blindness to remain over Israel and Jewish people? The answer is coming from the book of Romans 11 verse 25, and it says, "For I do not desire, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own opinion, that brightness in part has happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in." So how long was the period of brightness to remain over Israel and the Jewish people? The answer is telling us that their brightness was to happen until fullness of Gentile has come. Question number 5. With the period Question number 5. Will the Lord receive the Jewish people and graft them again into their own tame olive tree? We see in Romans 11 verse 23 and 24 that yes, they will be grafted again. And it says, "And they also, if they do not continue in unbelief, will be grafted in. For Elohim is able to graft them again. For Elohim is able to graft them again. For if you were cut out of the olive tree, which is a wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a cultivated olive tree, how much more will these, who are natural branches, be regrafted in their own olive tree?" So we find that they will be regrafted again. Question number 6. How is the receiving of them again associated with the resurrection? Answer is coming from chapter 11 verse 15, and it says, "For if their being casted away is the reconciliation of the world, what will their acceptance be? Put life from the dead." So that we see that how is the receiving of them again associated with the resurrection? The answer is telling us, for if they are being casted away is the reconciliation of the world, what will their acceptance be but life from the dead? So it is compared that them being regrafted is like coming life from the dead. Question number 7. According to the prophet Ezekiel, when Israel returned to their land, will they also be given the Spirit, Lord, change of heart? According to the prophet Ezekiel, when Israel returns to their land, will they also be given the Spirit and a change of heart? We see the answer in Ezekiel 36 verse 24 through that 26, and it says, "For I will take you from among the nations, gather you out of all countries, and bring you in your own land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you shall be cleansed. I will cleanse you from all your filthiness and from all your idol. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit with you. I will take the heart of stone out of you, out of your flesh, and give you a heart of flesh." So we find that they will be given a new heart, and they will be cleansed from all filthiness, and all idol will be removed from them. Question number 8. What condition will prevail in the land of Israel regarding sprinkling of clean water? The word on the Jewish. What condition will prevail in the land of Israel regarding sprinkling of clean water? And this is the word on the Jewish people. The answer will come from Ezekiel 36 verse 25, and it says, "Then I will sprinkle clean water," and this is the word of Elohim, "on you, and you shall be clean. I will cleanse you from all your filthiness and from all your idol." Question number 9. When the Lord Yahshua returns to the Mount of Olives, will he come to the people living in sin, or will he come to people who have already turned from their transgressions? Answer will come from Isaiah 59 verse 20, and it says, "The Redeemer will come to Zion, and to those who turn from transgression in Jacob, say the Lord." The Redeemer will come to Zion, and to those who turn from transgression. So we see that the Lord will not come to the people who are wicked, but to the people who will have turned from their transgression. Question number 10. Will it be after the Lord comes? Will it be after the Lord came? The question is question number 10. Will it be after the Lord comes that Israel will seek the Lord here at Jerusalem, or will it be in the last days? The answer coming from the book of Hosea 3 verse 4 through 5, and it says, "From the children of Israel shall abide many days, without king or prince, without sacrifice or sacred pillar, without ephod or teraphim. Afterward the children of Israel shall return and seek the Lord their Elohim, and David their king. They shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days." So we find that Israel will not find the Lord when the Yahshua had come, but before he comes in last days. In another answer from verse 15 of chapter 5 of his Hosea, it says, "I will return again to my people, till they acknowledge their offense. Then they will seek my face. In their affliction they will earnestly seek me." So we find that Israel, or people of Elohim, will acknowledge their sins, and they will seek Lord's face, and they will earnestly seek him. Question number 11. After the Lord gathered the Jewish back to their land of Israel, will he send pastors to teach them the way of righteousness? In the book of Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 14 through 15 is the answer, and it says, "Return, O backsliding children, says the Lord. For I am married to you. I will take you one from a city and two from a family, and I will bring you to Zion, and I will give you shepherds according to my heart, who will feed you with knowledge and understanding. So we find that they will be given shepherds, they will be given pastors who are according to the heart of the Lord, who will feed them with knowledge and understanding. And to that very point, we come to the end of these Bible lessons, Israel and Gentile times. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.
The Lion of Judah, he has prevailed to open the scroll. The Lamb that was slain, he has redeemed us from every tribe, people, and blessing and honor and glory and power be unto the Lamb on the throne. All power and riches, all wisdom and strength belong to Him forevermore, forevermore. Of thousands singing a new song to the one who sits on the throne. Then every creature in heaven and earth sang praise to the one who reigns forevermore. All blessing and honor and glory and power be unto the Lamb on the throne. All for